New business model and technological concept provide a basis for innovative solution in finance. The demand in financial sector are now varies, unlike the older times when people required to physically go to the bank.
Investry has been connecting borrower and lender, a convenient P2P lending in just a tip of your hands. Starting from register borrower, make agreement with the bank, and agree with the principal and interest rate. Then, the information goes to the lender to select the most suitable investment to their financial plan, and finally, the borrower receives the loan. Until today, Investry has catered many financial solutions such as first, invoice financing, which is financing for people as job executors who have an invoice or purchase order from employer. This invoice or purchase order is used as a guarantee for people in financing at Investry. Second, working capital term loan. Financing for people as job executor who have a work order or contract from the employer. Third, online service financing, which is financing for those online sellers who are members of e-commerce that are partnered with Investry. And last one, buyer financing, which is a loan that facilitates your financing for purchasing stock of goods from large retail corporations.
The value proposition canvas is utilized to determine the market and product fit, containing two building blocks such as value proposition and consumer profile.
On the right side of the canvas, it is crucial to identify gains, pains, and consumer jobs. And on the left side, it identifies the gain creators, pain relievers, as well as the products and services. It is further examined that consumers of Investry would expect improvements in financial capabilities, access to funding, good ratings and designs, since those are considered to be the main point of attraction. On the other hand, there are also risks or negative emotions that consumers may face, such as breach of consumers' data, misalignment of information on the product, and low interest rates. Consumer jobs are also laid out, demanding consumers to verify their identity and analyze investment decisions in order to maximize their experience on Investry. In creating value, the main drivers are identified such as the ease of getting credits, access to liquid payments, and larger interest rates. Pain relievers such as two-factor authentication, secured payment options, and diversified products may mitigate pains that consumer might experience. Finally, in order to deliver these values, Investry may utilize the mobile application, websites, and social media.
Jobs to be done analysis help businesses to identify and address unmet needs and integrate consumer information to the front end of the innovation process.
Jobs to be done analysis help businesses to identify and address unmet needs and integrate consumer information to the front end of the innovation process to help defining the success of new product and service solutions. Job executor of Investry are consumers, namely lenders and borrowers. Followed with the core job using the formula of verb, object of the verb, textual clarifier. Then the core job is a digital platform that offers peer-to-peer lending or marketplace lending. The next step is deconstructing the job map by describing what the customer is trying to get done. First, to get the job done, the consumer needs to define their personal identification documents, banking details, and proof of tax documents. Second, the inputs that must be located are product types and its details such as background, amount of funds, risk or reward ratio. Third, consumer to prepare the inputs. As for lenders, they need to provide the fund and observe the market, whereas for the borrowers, they need to apply for loan. Fourth, before proceeding to the next step, consumer needs to confirm the selected products, desired amount, and accept the terms and conditions. Fifth, to execute the job successfully, the borrower needs to enter the required fund, and lenders to confirm the desired product and enter how much they want to invest. Sixth, to ensure the job is successfully executed, there will be a notification of transaction confirmation and e-invoices. Seventh, To alter for the job to be completed successfully, what need to maintain is the marketing and customer relationship part. The company needs to send feedback requests for both parties to fill in. Lastly, to finish the job, lenders earn their return on their investment and borrowers get funding for their business. Consumption jobs are the product-related jobs that must be executed to support product consumption throughout the product lifecycle. In here, lenders and borrower as the job executors, while the company is stated as others. And the results are installing the app, set up the platform, risk assessment, maintain, repair, upgrade, replace, and dispose. Related jobs are other functional jobs that the consumer is trying to get done before, during, or after executing the core job. It can be diversification of assets, bank loan, and financial statements. And the emotional jobs are how the job executors want to feel by getting the job done. Borrowers feels more convenient by accessing the capital or funding online, and lenders enjoy their higher returns. To measure the success of the core job execution, job executors use desired outcomes as their KPI metrics. It is divided into 5 parts: over, under, or approximately served, table stakes, and irrelevant. The over-served analysis is based on hypothesis on which part is not important yet highly satisfied. This is an opportunity for cost reductions, such as AI implementation on data protection and security. The underserved is the one that needs to add value, such as better UI/UX interface to improve users' experience and also live chat performance for customer service functions. Table stakes are the one that must be addressed to maintain customer satisfactions, like the quality of the fund, variety of loan types, and transparency of lenders. Then, the irrelevant is the one that the company should stop addressing, such as multiple email verification even though the user already logged into the app with two-factor authentication via SMS or PIN. Hence, the appropriately served is the one that need to be maintained, which are ease of use, smooth administration process, clarity of information on the requirements, and also the speed of the process from submission to disbursement. In December 2021, the total funding amount of Invest3 hits $34.5 million with monthly visit growth of up to 56.47%. Yet, the monthly rank growth of web traffic is minus 27.89%. To evaluate Invest3's core job performances, the KPIs are financial metrics such as profit per loan and revenues, process performance metrics, which are the total numbers of users, lending success rate, average cycle time or sum of days from application to funding's all loans, and employee satisfaction. Lastly, customer relationship management or CRM metrics, which includes customer retention and leads generator, efficiency of the platform and marketing effectiveness, engagement rate, customer satisfaction, and trust that can be obtained from users' feedback.
We have gathered some information from Invest3's competitors, Aseku and Coinworks, mainly focus on their target segments, service, and also application function.
The first one is Aseku, as the closest competitor that is offering similar services as Invest3. Aseku is a fintech peer-to-peer lending application that under the auspices of PT Pintar Innovation Digital. Aseku strives to connect borrowers and lenders across Indonesia, as reflected in their wide consumer base, which is already adopted by more than 30 million users across Indonesia. The company's main target market is comprised of various consumers ranging from individuals, professionals, institutions, or even small-medium enterprises. The company provides its service through mobile apps, which offers a variety of products that enables the consumers to select according to different initial funds, terms, and yields. Specifically, they offer competitive tenors of 2, 3, and 6 months with a potential yields up to 24% per annum. The company's competitive advantage lies on its loan distribution. As considered a part of Akulaku International, the company strives to provide 18 trillion loans rupiah for its users, which makes them one of the major players in peer-to-peer lending with a market share of 16.1%. Providing more loan distributions would maximize consumer adoption rates. Second, Aseku has the lowest interest of borrowing in the market, with a flat rate of 0.3 to 0.5%. Additionally, the company has a good track record regarding its assurance. Aseku has maintained a score of 100% on TKB 90, which is a measure of success rate for fintech peer-to-peer companies in providing settlement of borrowing and borrowing obligations with a maturity of up to 90 days. Having a good score would solidify consumer trust. In users' perspective, Aseku managed to give good performance on the UX UI design, and the simple app provide additional functions that cater news and online articles about finance.
So, what can be improved from the jobs to be done analysis?
Learn from other competitors the importance of UI/UX development, monthly ranking and marketing aspect, beneficial articles of information and news function, as well as insurance coverage affecting users on performing their transactions in industry. Additionally, the combination of financial education and formal financial services build customers' understanding of banking products and raise risk awareness of financial transactions and so on. Peer-to-peer lending is one of the most rapidly growing type of financial technology in Indonesia. As the requirements increase, users should have customers understand that illegal P2P billing only consists of communication using a mobile phone because it does not have the legal ability to bill directly to the borrower. Illegal billing by P2P is done in ways that are rude, tend to be threatening, inhumane, and against the law. It has been pointed out that leaders find it difficult to distinguish the quality of P2P organizers, and some of the organizers may impede lenders' ability to distinguish the quality of borrowers. Therefore, investors shall help all the customers with the introductory education.
Using cause and effect analysis, we analyze from 4 P's perspective: policies, procedures, people, and plan or technology. The problems we found in policies are privacy protection or privacy risks, including abuse of private data, subjective norms, limitation of interest rate as it needs to be aligned with the Indonesian Financial Authority, also known as OJK. For the procedures, it's fraudulent loan requests, unclear lending intention, failure or late payment. And for the people, it's trust tendency, which is associated to borrowers, lenders, and platform trust, awareness and reputation. Investors blindly seek high returns and follow suit in investments. Individuals' creditworthiness, lack of knowledge about investment and financial planning, and individuals unaware of the risk. For the last part, it's plan or technology, its application, uncompatible to some gadgets, late update for the application, poor user interface, and inability to provide sufficient customer service. These problems leads to the lack of consumers' intention to use Investry. Investry lending system is focused on the development and operation of an existing business without any questions on how the funds might be utilized by the SME. Therefore, there is a possibility where the borrower might not have a clear idea or education on how to utilize the funds that they borrowed, which resulted in a default. A default inside a peer-to-peer lending system would be detrimental due to the absence of collateral. It is one of the key factors in industry to maintain privacy and security by minimizing contact between lenders and borrowers. However, research showed that the absence of sufficient information from both parties would result in a high risk of default. Online education and services have been proven valid and effective for the Indonesian people. It can be concluded that Indonesians have the capability to learn through online educational services. Research has also shown that a higher level of education could improve the potential of successful business development. Thus, it would result in the mitigation of default risk for the borrowers. Based on those facts and also to support the government's program on sustainable economic growth, we would like to introduce Investry Plan, the best solution to overcome this issue. A new entity under Investry operation that provides a one-stop solution for business owners to acquire funds and enhance their capability to develop their business through online seminars, masterclass, articles, and personal consultation with certified financial planners. These services will be exclusive to Investry borrowers, however, there will be several material that will be publicly available for marketing purposes. With this approach, it could benefit lenders by minimizing default risk from borrowers and increase SMEs' intention to use Investry services.
To support the Investry plan, partnerships play an important role for Investry to expand and coordinate each business functions. Investry borrowers have seen a significant rise in income and are able to scale up their businesses. Since joining Investry, SMEs' income have increased from 20% to 50%, which includes manufacturing SMEs.
Investry borrowers have seen a significant rise in income and have been able to scale up their businesses. Since joining Investry, SMEs' income has increased from 20 to 50%, including several manufacturing SMEs. Obviously, fintech financing can help with financial inclusion and has a good influence on SMEs. Even if there are various types of products that offer for SMEs users in Investry, we still see opportunities that Investry might be missing out and those opportunities that can help SMEs to develop their businesses. We come up with an additional function on an Investry platform that provides a channel for SME businesses who currently seeks cooperation with other companies to increase their competitiveness and achieve their business goals. Nowadays, open innovation term increasingly plays an important role in Indonesian SME businesses. Due to the large number of industries, GDP contribution, and total employment, SMEs in Indonesia play an essential role in social and economic progress. Marketing, technological advancement, finance ability, and human resources are all variables influencing the success of Indonesian SMEs. Unfortunately, all of these problems continue to be a concern for Indonesian SMEs. The innovation value chain concept is used to demonstrate how open innovation may help Indonesian SMEs success and sustain their businesses. The solution is to find partnerships and benchmarking between SMEs that provide the mutual advantage by assisting and supporting one another, such as technological advancement sharing and improvement in the manufacturing process. As a result, SMEs' collaboration increases their negotiating power inside their supply chain network. However, SMEs require assistance in developing and implementing a system for tracking collaboration and partnership among SMEs, as well as monitoring their relationships or partnerships with bigger or overseas firms. This assistance needs to facilitate and help SMEs to meet with partnerships that is matched with their requirements and ensure that a collaboration among companies can be done without any difficulties and both parties can gain the benefits and remain in a good relationship. Therefore, Investry can become this assistant that creates a bridge for two companies to meet each other and share their benefits by acting as a third party or a medium. Investry has the capability to develop a new function for business cooperation matching, since the firm currently acts as a medium between two parties for financial funding. Adding more functions and jobs in order to help SMEs is going to benefit both from a firm and also a consumer perspective. Since Investory has the information about each firm on hand, and since the borrowers need to provide their information before borrowing, we can utilize those data to apply for a new function and offer the consumers the new product to help their businesses. With this new innovation, this function will allow SMEs firms to conveniently meet and connect with required companies that are also looking for cooperation. Customers solely require a mobile device and internet connection to start seeking their business connection. This function can increase the probability of finding consumers required partnerships, since the app can search through a dozen businesses profiles to connect depending on the consumer's filter options on their preference in location, experiences, business type, technological advancement, etc. So, will it be viable to the market? To reacquire its position as market leader in Indonesia's P2P lending platform, competitors such as Asetku and Coinworks thus have their own superiority in some aspects compared to the services provided by Investory. Investory Plan and Investory Connect would facilitate the company to execute core jobs and achieve KPI in terms of functionality, conventionality, platform interface, and CRM management. The added function of both innovations could boost Investory's traffic and engagement through digital marketing channels. To assess the performances of those new product innovations, new KPIs that should be fulfilled are increasing the users for up to 50% in 6 months with the improvement of users' knowledge through Investory Plan and lenders-borrowers relationship with Investory Connect. Hit 80 million funding in 1 year through Investory Connect. Increase monthly visit up to 70% and web traffic up to 50%. And finally, increase in business profitability by up to 80%. And as for the Investory Plan, the targeted KPIs within 6-month timeframes are: conduct 2 online seminars per month with a minimum of 500 online attendees, organize 3 master classes per month with a minimum of 50 participants, publish 2 articles per week, and adoption of the new consultation function by 50% of Investory users. Finally, innovation is crucial for a company's growth strategies, where a successful innovation relies heavily on the user's knowledge of how to utilize their product and services.